What up, YouTube? I'm back. So I didn't do a review for Boruto Naruto Next Generation last week, but there was a scene at the end of that episode that I thought we needed to talk about in this week's review, and that's the scene between Victor and Jigen, which seems to be the leader of the Kara group. So I thought that was pretty interesting that they actually kind of introduced us to the leader of Kara. And another thing that they talked about was the vessel. And I've read a little bit of the manga, like the beginning of it, and I'm guessing the vessel is Kawaki. I didn't actually see it in the manga because I stopped before, but I think the vessel is Kawaki. So that's pretty interesting, and it seems like Victor actually wants the vessel for himself. So that was basically the discussion. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Now, for this week's episode, there was actually something new in the opening. We actually saw Kawaki's face and body, because in the other version of this opening, it's all shadowy. Even the members of Kara, we can't really see their faces, but in this week's opening, we can actually see these characters. So that means we're approaching the arc that they're adapting from the manga, which is exciting. So I thought that was pretty cool. I actually thought that we would get a new opening. That's what I've read, but it seems like it's just another version of this opening. So that's pretty cool still that they're doing that, because the arc is coming very, very soon. I think it starts next week or the week after that. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see, man. Anyway, this week's episode was basically about the security system for the Leaf Village, and the person that was in charge of that system was actually Ino. She's a sensory type ninja, and she's part of the Yamanaka clan, so it wasn't surprising at all, because this system is basically operates with sensory type ninjas. We saw it in the other series, Naruto Shippuden, in the Pain arc, and in the Fourth Great Ninja War arc. The sensory type ninjas, like Ino's dad, actually used this kind of bubble to sense the people on the battlefield, or to sense the people that entered the village. And that's basically what they were doing in this week's episode, but with some new technology. So that can be operated automatically, while ninjas all over the village can kind of sense where the people are. So that was kind of interesting to see how they updated basically a technique that they used to use in the Naruto Shippuden series, and I liked it a lot. So that was pretty cool. And another thing that I thought was pretty cool is that they talked about Hino's father. He died in the Fourth Great Ninja War with Shikamaru's dad. They were at the headquarters when the Ten-Tail actually shot a Biju Bomb at them, and that's how they died. They died basically saving a lot of lives, because they gave their plan to Ino, and Ino gave their plan to the whole alliance. So it was pretty cool to talk about Ino's father, and it seems like in next week's episode we'll talk a little bit more about them. So it was a great moment, man. That's one of the things that I liked the most about this week's episode. Obviously, we followed Inojin throughout the episode with Boruto and Shikadai. I thought it was pretty cool because we learned that he's not really that good at sensory type stuff. Like Sarada isn't good really at healing type stuff. So that's just saying that it's not because they're the children of these legendary shinobis that they're actually good at the same thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. Something that Inojin actually did is using his beast scroll technique with his sensory type technique to brighten his horizon to sense people, which was interesting. But yeah, man, there's not really a lot to talk about after that. I just wanted to talk about the system that they use. Basically, I think it's genius. I think it's pretty cool that they bring this back from the Shippuden series. But yeah, man, the last thing that I want to talk about before I finish this review is the next episode preview, because it was about basically Shikamaru and Ino's dad because they both died. Choji's dad is actually still alive, I think, so there's nothing to talk about there. But another thing that we saw is Ao. He was actually one of the bodyguard of the Mizukage in the Naruto Shippuden series, and I actually thought that he died, because he was where not Inojin, where Ino's father and Shikamaru's dad was, and it seems like he's still alive. So we'll have to learn more about that. I know that when I started the manga, at some point he was in there. So we're coming really, really close to adapting the manga in the anime, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a new opening, but the new arc is gonna start really soon, so I can't wait. But yeah, man, it was great. I can't wait to see what's coming next. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews every Sunday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Jujutsu Kaisen reviews on Fridays, One Piece reviews on Saturdays, and from now on till the end of the series, I will do Attack on Titan reviews on Sundays. It's coming out later today. I think it's 3:45 Eastern time, so stay tuned for that because it's gonna be the final season of the Attack on Titan series. But yeah, man, I'm gonna review the Attack on Titan final season every Sunday, so stay tuned because it's gonna be amazing, and I really can't wait to see what's coming next for this final season. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, and follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.